What's happening, fam? LAR movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. Um, this is about For Life, the series, season 2, episode 10, Andy Josiah. It's really like episode 9 and 10, Andy Josiah. But it's kind of an agenda piece that I'm about to make, but not necessarily. First and foremost, For Life is underrated. It's on Hulu. If you got Hulu, watch it. Watch season 1, season 2. You know, you like Power. Power is dope. But honestly, to me, because it's based on a true story, they kind of reformatted it the second season. But because it's based on a true story, it's a great show as far as acting, drama, everything. Like storyline, everything. Writing is phenomenal. Now, Andy Josiah is one of those you got pulled over by the police episodes and he got killed, right? He got shot and then later on wound up dying. And so you got to go take it to trial. The the character you see in the thumbnail is Veronica Marshall, okay? Played by, her last name is Freeman. I think it's Catherine Freeman. I might be wrong, but Mrs. Freeman. And she plays an attorney who got on the side with the police union to defend the cops from in this particular homicide. The great thing about this is, you know, she has political aspirations, but also part of the agenda was she was sending them like Aaron Wallace's character is trying to send a message to the police department and the community that you're not going to keep screwing over its citizens. She's trying to send a message to the community in the sense of this happens to black women and y'all don't say nothing. You know, that's part of her agenda. That's not her whole agenda. That's part of it. The other part is her political aspirations, and you kind of getting on the side of the police and the shooting. It's kind of like a slam dunk case because you're not going to send a police officer to jail for homicide because you go into the court that's in the same is law enforcement, the judges, law enforcement, so police officers, law enforcement. This is the same. Everybody's on the same team. So if you get on this side, it's a slam dunk for you to win because everybody is playing the same game on the same team, no matter what they say. The jury. So with this episode, what was interesting was, you know, she has to deal with the backlash of her community looking at her sideways. And Aaron Wallace had to look at the backlash of his community looking at him sideways because they thought he was trying to let the cops off light at a previous juncture. So what winds up happening is now everybody got to play dirty to get ahead because the system's dirty. But then the judge is like, look, we're going to clean this up. But the judge can't necessarily clean it up. So what you're seeing is the extent the police will go to cover up their own misconduct, which is nothing new. But part of the agenda is the optics of, you know, get this genius black woman. She's going to be on our side. It's the optics of we got a black attorney that's defending us. He's a black lawyer against us. So it's not racial. To the point where she has to do her job, make her case. But because she's right there in the front lines in the war room, she realizes the extent she went to defend her clients, the types of stuff her clients did, the types of stuff she had to suppress. So to me, it was like a fighting for an agenda and knowing what you're fighting against and knowing if you're fighting this hard for these things to not happen, I don't know why you think they're not gonna when a black woman's involved, you're gonna get justice. But it was like she was fighting a battle in the wrong direction because she wanted to get to a certain level so she can, you know, I guess fight for women on a bigger stage. Which, God dog it, the guy that plays Aaron Wallace's partner, dope character. Like they all dope characters, but forgot he winds up getting shot because of a Blue Lives Matter guy comes and trying to shoot Aaron Wallace. But part of his shtick was he was previously the biggest lawyer in the state. And he wound up having a drinking problem, getting disbarred, this, that, and the third. You'll see that in season 1. But he was for police not having oversight. And now he winds up backing that type of bill. Kind of like Joe Biden backing the crime bill, but he had remorse for it. He was like, I effed up with this, because he saw the ramifications of it, and the extent that the law enforcement would go to get quote unquote justice, or to evade from justice using that same system. So basically what winds up happening is you'll find that out when you watch the show. But you have a situation where a guy got killed or got shot in front of his child at a traffic stop. And you got this, people of other ethnicities who are not black and not white involved in this. And they're really under the banner of white supremacy, but also under the banner of, you know what, you got to be the bad guy, because there are a lot of bad people that look like you, kind of, and sitting there quietly, as long as I can hold this frame and I can be in the courtroom, nothing can ever happen to me because I'm an officer, and that's right, I'm an officer of the law. And, you know, yes, I got caught with numerous crimes, and this crime has numerous inconsistencies, and I lied numerous times, but I got a badge, I'm a cop, and they're the bad guys. And it plays on that. And while I use the Veronica Marshall's character is because she's smack dab in the middle of it, basically being anti-black community for being pro-black woman, you know. And I'm sure, you know, I hope they keep this going for a few more seasons, because this is a dope, because they retrofitted it for COVID, so this can go in different directions. So the shows keep getting better and better, in my opinion. She needs to come back, because I'm sure she's going to wind up being Harry. You know, I went this way, I went that way. Because it also has this twist where there's a brother in there who's a billionaire businessman who really is the reason why Aaron Wallace got locked up in the first place. You know, so now he's doing his darndest to pay back what he took away from him. But to do it, you have to fight the injustices in the system. And they both know, ironically, Aaron Wallace and that older brother, they know this is a losing battle, because it's set up to the way that you can't win, because, you know, there's a trap door everywhere you go. But the agenda is not to beat the system. The agenda is to put a bunch of dents in it. So not so somebody else can come along and beat it, but so everybody got to live in this system knowing that it exists. And which brings me to the jury part of these things, where the jury, oh well, you know, anybody would have been in that situation. And I love it because the two black lawyers know good and well, and the judge knows good and well, and the cops know good and well, when it comes to stops and race, there ain't no, you know, fear for my life equally upon races, which is just like a given in the situation. But even the cops, I can't say nothing, because if I have no comeback for that. You know, I have no comeback, but if this was a white dude type of situation, you know, if I have no comeback for, will I pull a gun on a 7-year-old white dude? Because that happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have no comeback for, you know, these situations would never have happened, to the point where you bully Middle Easterners, you know, to you bet not say a word, because you know we coming back. So it's like gangster Gestapo tactics. It's really a dope show. I'm giving y'all too much. You need to watch and spread the word about the show. It's a great show, and I hope it keeps going. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace. Yeah, and I said it if 50 Cent come across it. Subscribe or die trying. I said it. Peace.